Hey everybody. So I was just editing the new Cards and Coffee for next week when I noticed that the core update has been released for Hearthstone, as well as the Year of the Wolf. Welcome to the Year of the Wolf, everybody. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It was a cool wolf logo. I dig it. Are we predicting more werewolves in this year? Anyway, I just wanted to give a quick rundown of my thoughts on the core set update with the new cards coming in, the old cards leaving, and just kind of my general thoughts on everything. And don't worry, this isn't another reaction video. I already watched it, I already went through some stuff. I have my thoughts a little bit more collected than in the last video for the announcement trailer and stuff in the cinematic. Yeah, and I'm not going to go over everything in super detail, but I at least wanted to touch on some things. And also the main reason I wanted to make this video, which we will get to later, don't worry, but I was right. I did it, I predicted something. Anyway, hopefully this is a quicker video. I don't want it to go on too long. So you can find this video as well as all of the details for the core set update over at the Hearthstone website, of course, and this video is also on their YouTube channel. And yeah, core here covers a lot of the major bullet points for what's happening to the core set. That being said, I think now is as good as any time, I think now is as good of a time as any to bring something to the table that I wanted to for a while now. So, as we established in the last Cards and Coffee, I am probably one of the greatest Hearthstone players who ever lived, obviously. Someone's going to call me out on that someday, but anyway, for now, despite being such an excellent Hearthstone player, I have to admit the last 2 years before March of the Lich King, I actually took a break from Hearthstone. So in 2020, Ashes of Outland came out, and with that expansion, I was just kind of burnt out with, honestly, just Hearthstone in general, because I've been playing since launch. So I decided to take a break, which means that I missed out on 5 expansions. And specifically these 2 right here, because I briefly came back to Hearthstone last summer with Voyage to the Sunken City, and with that I was able to kind of familiarize myself with these 3 expansions, Year of the Griffin stuff. And obviously now I'm back in with March of the Lich King, so everything that's in standard currently I'm up to speed with to a point. But these 2 are still, I'm sadly in the dark, because man, I really wish I would have played the Dark Moon Fair one. That looks so cool. Anyway, let's get back to the point. I bring all that up because with the turning of the year and the new expansion coming out, that means that these 3 expansions are no longer in standard, which means I can catch up once again without having to just grab cards from different packs of what I need and craft different things. I can start fresh with standard, and I'm stoked. So now that we got that out of the way, let's talk more about other reasons to be stoked for the turning of the year and also the core set. That's why we're here. So like I said before, this video points out a lot of the big bullet points for the core set. And I'm just going to gloss through things that I wanted to talk about. Then we're going to circle back to the full card list and take it from there. So listen to this line right here.
And regular feature improvements, like a better way to open a lot of packs coming soon.
Awesome. What else can I say? I'm so excited for something as primitive as opening packs, but we still haven't got to the core set. How long have we been rolling for? My goodness. Next, she talks about the keywords, magnetic and tradable. Magnetic is coming back, which is pretty cool, but I'm more excited that tradable is still going to be a thing. Anytime that you're able to manipulate your hand and also dig through your deck to find what you need, that can be so hugely powerful. just lay it out there. I know it seems kind of obvious, but having a keyword that specifically lets you go through your deck, and I understand it's not like you're flipping through the card order of your deck or anything, but you're able to draw an extra card, get rid of your hand. It's just such a good utility. But magnetic coming back, I think will play into the next thing we're going to talk about. Check this out.
We're also bringing back some fan favorite legendary minions like Dr. Boom, Ragnaros the Fire Lord, and the Black Knight.
Dr. Boom's back. Great. Moving on. No, I'm just kidding. So part of me is wondering, with these cards here, bringing them back into standard, is Hearthstone trying to cater towards old head Hearthstone players like me? I mean, even if they are, that's fine. But when I first saw this here, kind of wish I had like the camera rolling for my reaction. Well, not really. You don't need to see that. But yeah, when that card flipped over to reveal Dr. Boom, I just about lost it. I was like, really? Really? He's back? Okay. And of course, Ragnaros. That's, again, if you remember from my last Cards and Coffee, Ragnaros was unkind to me. And you know what? Play the clip.
Your magic shall not save me. Your magic shall not save me.
What a jerk. Back to... Bro. Yep. Now that's in standard. Great. Great. But no, I mean, that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to these cards. And just to touch on what I was alluding to before, the whole magnetic keyword being in there, the boom bots for Dr. Boom, see how that plays out. Yeah, I think that could be something to look out for, especially if you could somehow cheat Dr. Boom out of your deck earlier than turn 7. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see. So much of the stuff is we'll wait and see, but that's kind of the fun of it. Anyway, moving on. Quick shout out to Dirty Rat. Good to see you back. But no, if history is to repeat itself, Dirty Rat will be in many decks, including mine. Probably. Moving on to classes, and the reason why I made this video. Here it is, folks. Here it is.
Priest is a class that was built around the core identity of healing, but healing tends to be weaker than other class identities, like dealing damage, drawing cards, or even gaining armor. Changing this identity didn't make sense thematically, so instead, we chose to make healing more rewarding in situations where your minions are at full health, with our new keyword, overheal.
Here we go.
Overheal is similar in scope to other class-specific keywords like combo or overload, and we'll continue to print overheal cards in future sets and expand on it as a keyword going forward.
I predicted it. I did it. Also, great pause face there. Anyway, so roll that footage. Battlecry, deal 4 damage to this minion. Overheal, what's that? Deal 5 damage to a random. Oh, okay.
When a minion with overheal is restored past full health, you trigger their overheal bonus. Hit Honest works great with any heal.
I'm predicting that's going to be in Hearthstone for the rest of the time. That seems like a really smart mechanic that I'm surprised isn't in the game yet. About a week ago, I said that overheal would be sticking around in Hearthstone for a while. And here we are. But now the Priest class is, man, I think Priest is going to be really just a force to deal with in this next coming year. And probably in the years after that too with overheal. So yeah, besides me being totally right about a prediction, I'm glad to see that Hearthstone has changed, not really changed, but helped the Priest class along enough to make it more worthwhile, I guess. It was always in like this weird spot of like, here's some cool stuff. We can steal your cards. We can, go to shadow form and be crazy, but you got to follow these guidelines. But now it's with overheal. Maybe I'm hyping it up too much, but I don't think I am. I think Priest is going to be seriously a force to be reckoned with. Anyway, let's keep going here. And I think these 2 cards here specifically, seeing things like this, the potential for overheal, in the initial announcement, I believe the example we saw was overheal deal a certain amount of damage. But now with overheal, it's seeing that there's all these opportunities to do whatever. Overheal, draw a card, overheal, summon a minion. Like, Priest just overheals all the time. This is pretty much like, I don't know. I'm just, all right. I'm getting pretty stoked here. I think, call me crazy, but I think on launch we'll see Priest just kind of running the show. It's a music expansion. Now I'm doing the music puns. Oh my gosh. Okay. Moving on to DK, they said they're not going to mess with the core set, which is understandable. It just came out. So, yeah. But the thing that I found strange was they said that they're going to expand on DK's root identities. And I'm just worried because that's so vague. Are they going to change things around? Hopefully for the better. Obviously, hopefully for the better. But yeah, I'm just kind of not skeptical, but that line kind of threw me off. I'm just going to skip past Demon Hunter for now. But something we have to stop and take a look at. Look at this. Oh my word. 6-7 rush, 4-9 taunt. That's beefy. I mean, when that card turned over, I was like, really? Like, really? That's a lot. Are you sure? Okay, well, I'll play it. That's fine. Also, like I said earlier, because I didn't get a chance to play Dark Moon Fair, which I'm still bummed out about, I am looking forward to seeing these cards and playing with these cards too. And since I wasn't involved in the meta with Dark Moon, I'm kind of going in blind to how to use these things. So that's exciting. Anytime there's new ways to play Hearthstone, or at least in your own head, that's what makes it fun. Or I should say, it's a part of what makes it fun. Yeah, Hunter, I wish I had a little bit more to say about Hunter. All of the things were just like, okay. I think the Jeweled Macaw stood out to me the most. Again, that's a 1-drop that sees play all the time. So, yeah, Beast Hunter, Jeweled Macaw. And that's to say, is it good? Is it bad? I mean, yeah, it's a good card. Is it bad for the meta and other things to come? I don't know. What if Beast Hunter just isn't a thing? Then who cares? But I have a feeling we will see a lot of that card. And speaking of 1-drops that everybody plays, Arcane Artificer. It's back. Here's something fun for everybody. Paladins don't have secrets anymore. And as somebody who doesn't play Paladin a whole lot, I'm very grateful. But as somebody who wants to play Paladin more, come on. So there's a bit of duality there for me. Seeing the give all minions in your hand 1/1, are we going to see more hand buff Paladin stuff? I mean, I really like that mechanic from Mean Streets. So I'm not opposed to it. Bring it on. Yeah. Going to skip past Rogue for now because, ladies and gentlemen, we have some Shaman to talk about. I think totems are back in style. Who doesn't love a good totem Shaman? When we look at some of the other cards here, I think it will become apparent. There's some stuff that goes away that's kind of a bummer, but I think we make up for it. So Shaman's going to be pretty nasty coming up. Let's talk about that more later. Because look at this lineup. Now really look at this lineup. Does anything pop in your head at first? Do the words Cube Lock strike fear into your hearts? Yeah. Remember Cube Lock? Remember how all of these cards were in Cube Lock? I mean, that's what I thought of right away. Besides Cube Lock, it doesn't look like the cube is coming back into standard, so we don't have to worry about that, but there might be something in an expansion to come. But even still, if I had to pick some wild Warlock cards to bring into standard, I think you're looking at them. Like, I love these cards, and they do some damage. So, I mean, just looking at this makes me want to play Warlock in the future, for sure. Not that I'm not playing Warlock now, but I'm more excited about it seeing these cards. I'm playing these cards. And she goes on to talk about Warrior, which I'm not going to touch on just this second, because we have some cards to take a look at. So there's 2 lists of cards on the Hearthstone site. This one we're looking at is the card adjustments, anything that was buffed or nerfed. I'd say check that out. Look at this guy. Look at this guy right here. The only thing that really stands out to me, obviously, Druid of the Claw. Consecrate, sure. More importantly, I wanted to go over all the cards leaving and all the cards coming in. Well, not all the cards, but some things that stood out to me that weren't in the video. So looking through, not much to say about Demon Hunter for me. Druid, like I said, those Eclipse cards are looking pretty sweet. Sad to see Earth and Scales go. Yeah, I mean, that was like a heavy card. Hunter talked about the bird, and Spring Paw's going, which is okay with me. I mean, I kind of favor a little bit of randomness. So having just random beasts in your hand, I like that a little bit more than the Lynx. But obviously, I totally understand where having a Lynx, it's a 1/1 for 1, and it's going to ping a minion. Awesome. Yeah, you could make an argument for pretty much the opposite of what I said. I'm more excited about the bird, and I'm okay with seeing Spring Paw go. I'm kind of sad to see Dire Frenzy leave. I like playing Beast Hunter. I think the Shock Spitter Hunter was great until it got a little too nerfed. But yeah, you never know how things will shake out. We haven't seen all of the cards from the expansion yet, so yeah. So much of this is, let's just see. Here's a surprise. Flame Strike is gone. I mean, you do get the Fire Sale here. Wait a minute. Throw down some spell damage. Maybe it will be more fierce than Flame Strike. Have something +2 spell damage, or 2 minions with +1 spell damage. I mean, it might be a little bit more affordable even. Okay, see you, Flame Strike. Who doesn't love a good Firelands portal too? Again, you gotta love the randomness, right? Stargazer Luna. Why is that coming back? Okay. All of the Paladin stuff I think I already mentioned. The biggest thing is the secrets are gone. And yeah, I'm not going to miss Noble Sacrifice. Man, what a feel-bad card when that comes out. Priest, no more Radiant Elemental. A little surprised, but am I disappointed? I don't think so. I really do like the Priest class. I do want to play more of it. I've kind of been, putting it off, I guess. I've always kind of put it off because of like what we talked about before. It just didn't have the power to it. But now with Overheal, might be a different story. I'm absolutely telling you, these cheaper cards here with the Overheal on them, I cannot wait for more Overheal. Cannot wait. Like, look at this thing. The Holy Champion. Overheal get +2. But you could say, yeah, it's a 2/4 for 4. But it's not just a one-time effect. You can keep building on this. And what if you had something like Echo, or if it healed multiple times per turn? Would Overheal keep just bumping it up? That's what I'm saying. Oh, I can't wait for Priest. Rogue. I don't have too much to say with Rogue. I'm not a huge Rogue player, so if you have something to say about Rogue, let me know. I'll take it under advisement. Shaman. Manatide Totem. I hardly knew you. It's going to be sad to see you go. Especially since they're bringing what looks to be more totems in from the cards we saw already, and this new core set, it seems like they're leaning into totems a little bit more. Yeah, why would you get rid of Manatide? Just because it's too powerful? I don't know. Anyway, I won't harp on that for too long. Thing from below, welcome back. Warlock. Oh, man. Out of all of the cards you could have brought back, thank you for bringing back these specifically. Is there anything I'm sad to see go here in Warlock? Nope. No, I don't think so. Warlock, Priest for the entire year. That's all I'm going to be playing. Warrior, do I have anything to say about Warrior? Fiery Wind Axe. It doesn't make sense that that thing still costs 3 mana. I don't think. Ever since that was changed, you never saw it again? I don't think. I mean, how long has it been? 8 years since they nerfed that? Not surprised to see it go. And as far as the stuff coming in, Sword Eater. 4 mana, 2/5, equip essentially a Fiery War Axe, and he has Taunt. Okay, so only 1 mana more. You get a 2/5 body with Taunt plus the Fiery War Axe. What kind of math is that? But either way, I'd absolutely rather play Sword Eater on turn 4 than the Axe on 3. Armorsmith, though, that's a great card. And personally, I'd really want to play some Control Warrior coming up. But we got Heavy Plate, so that's something, I guess. Oh, I didn't even really notice this before. The Frightened Flunky's back. That's a cool card. Not just because it's Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, or allegedly. 2-drop Taunt minion that discovers another Taunt minion. Sweet. Okay. I didn't bring this up before, but the League of Explorers are gone. Reno, gone. Braun, gone. Elise and Sir Finley, that's okay. But big thing. Let me say it again. Reno and Braun are both gone. I'm going to miss Braun. Reno, every time I hear the "we're gonna be rich," my heart drops. But Braun, I mean, I feel like Braun can be fair in some situations. So, but just don't keep him around too long. So I'm glad to see him leaving right now. I'm sure he'll be back, but for now, I could use a break. Ziliax is back. Awesome. More magnetic. A lot of magnetics are back. And the Hench Clan Thug is also back. I cannot stand that card. Why would the Owl be leaving? At the time we need the Owl more than ever to deal with the Hench Clan Thug, it leaves us. What a shame. So yeah, that about covers it. Like I was saying, this video is mostly just for me to kind of dive into my feelings about the new expansion, as well as kind of reacting to the core set here. I have high hopes for this coming year in Hearthstone. I really do. I feel like, with changes, there's always good and bad. That's the whole balance thing when it comes down to it. But from everything I've seen so far, from the announcements, this core set here, all of the cards, I'm feeling good about it. I think standard Hearthstone could be at a pretty exciting and healthy place. But like I've said so many times before, all of that is to be seen. So yeah, hard to say, but either way, I appreciate everybody for watching, and thanks so much for subscribing and liking the Storm Gaming Alliance YouTube channel. Really appreciate that. If you want to follow us on Twitter, I have a link in the description. And check out Cards and Coffee, the Hearthstone series that I do for the SGA YouTube channel. It comes out every Monday at 7 o'clock. And it's just a chill session of playing a couple of games of Hearthstone. Lately, I've been some wild decks, and so far, it's been great. Again, the channel's been live for less than a month, and so far, so good. Again, really appreciate everything, and thanks so much for liking and subscribing, and thanks again for joining me here today. And until next time.